According to the Australasian Transport Research Forum 2018, Australia's cruise market had grown by nearly 10% between the early 2000s and 2016. However, emissions from passenger vessels are known to have high enough emissions to warrant concern from the public as it adds to the current climate change crisis. One area that can be affected are microbial marine systems.
Any change in the way that these microbes cycle these chemicals and nutrients will be felt the whole way through the food web.
One of the main issues is waste. Currently, cruise ships are allowed to dump only treated waste into the ocean at least 3 nautical miles from coastal areas. This can increase depending on state law for protected marine environments.
Sewage going into any marine system will have two main impacts. One is the chemicals that are introduced into the environment, and the other part is the microbiological aspect. But it's been shown that even high levels of treatment, some pathogenic organisms can still end up in the environment. And importantly, some organisms that might have things like antibiotic resistance might be selected for in these sewage waste streams. So you could imagine a case where antibiotic resistant microbes might find their way into the environment, which could be a problem. Even fairly high levels of treatment lead to significant elevation in the nutrients that are introduced into the environment. And this leads to things like algal blooms in the environment. And this can then have, in some cases, detrimental effect because sometimes these algae can be toxic.
White Bay Cruise Terminal has been under scrutiny for years for the level of pollution affecting residents. An EPA inquiry recommended low sulphur fuel burning, which has been implemented, but the biggest recommendation of shore power has been denied due to cost, according to the Marine Port Authority.
The problem with New South Wales and any state government is their response to everything is generally to have some sort of blanket regulation. You would hope that that they would build in the infrastructure that's needed to support them with ship-to-shore power. When you make a decision and then you don't enforce it, you lose trust with the community very quickly. It is a huge heat island. Yes, they'll landscape it and they'll put more trees in, but anybody who lives in that area probably feel the effects this summer.